Our work with Triumph Learning has been very exciting. Our process included many conversations around what impact, if we looked at personalized learning, what does that begin to look like in schools? And how can we create not only tools but processes that are going to allow schools to look at their work differently, to monitor student progress differently, and more importantly, plan differently?
I think what I like most about Waggle, first of all, is that it's personalized to each student. And so it really targets, helps the teacher to be able to target where the student needs the most work, and then allows the student to then progress at their own pace.
And when we use digital tools, personalized learning really transforms and morphs into something very different. Because what we're talking about when we talk about personalized learning in a digital world is that we're talking about tools where we can really monitor progress of students in real time and get real-time feedback. And so now personalized learning really starts to connect to what we call student efficacy, which is students really understanding where they are, the teachers understanding where they are, and when those two come together, you begin to construct learning outcomes and learning experiences that are very different.
Some of the motivational pieces in the program allow them to continue to work through things. They know that if they can finally work through it, ask their teacher for assistance. Use the hints. I think that was the biggest thing for our students, is to realize that it wasn't a bad thing to use the hints, that they're there actually to help them. And so once they worked through that part, they were more apt to stick with a problem and work through it.
They get very excited with the release of flocks. They get very excited with the feat that they earn, and that helps them stay motivated.
We had a couple of students that come to mind when you think about success stories. One was a student who was a special education student, and they made tremendous progress through the program. They were very motivated by earning points, and the particular classroom that they were in set up a competition, and they had a leaderboard, and it was that student's goal to be at the top of the leaderboard every day. And so we saw a lot of gains with that student in terms of math skills.
The Waggle platform is really different, and I've been in education for a number of years and have been on the front edge of some of the technology initiatives. But I don't think there's an initiative that I think is so exciting as this one, because it changes some fundamental beliefs about how we approach teaching and how we look at our schools and the performance of our children. And specifically, the whole conversation around real-time progress monitoring is something that we've been talking about a lot, is how do we, in real time, begin to meet the needs of children in a very, very different way.
Well, I think the fact that the data is in real time, it helps students, it helps the teachers know exactly where students are, whether they're checking on a daily basis or a weekly basis, pulling the reports and looking at how it works well with the standards that are being taught, or how well does the instruction that's being done meet the needs of the assessment or planning the assessment. So I think they really look at all the pieces from planning to assessment.
And that's one of the pieces of Waggle that is different than most, and why we have partnered with Triumph Learning is that whole concept of personalized learning related to efficacy, related to endurance. Not endurance to take the test, but endurance to seek the right answer. We have a pretty good plan at this point to present a model that will begin in the fall that I think teachers are going to be really excited about, where we're really monitoring students in real time. We're monitoring their growth. We're monitoring their engagement, which are metrics that we've never used before in education really well.